everyone, and welcome to Spiritual Guidance with BDevine. And these are, of course, the answers to the free birthday readings that have been coming through on my website. And if it's the month of your birthday, on Wednesdays, my time in Australia, you can submit your question and I will answer it on video like this. So just give me time to get to your question. Some of the questions that have been coming through have been inappropriate for the wider audience. So please be careful what you are asking me, because I want to be able to, some people have the same question as you, and I want to be able to share this with everybody. So it's kind of like a log of questions that I guess people frequently ask questions, for example. But just be careful what you are asking. Some people will get an email response from me if you've asked something kind of out there that I can't answer on video. So, and also remember, look, this is just a guide. I do have intuition and all those sorts of things, and I do my best to bring you a guided answer, but it's always up to you what decisions you make in your life. Nobody can give you a concrete answer, because you can change your mind anytime you like. So please be aware of that. This is just a short guide. These are not half-hour long readings for each person. This is just a very, very quick answer for each of you, and it's kind of like on the spot. So I've written down some questions, the first few questions, and also it's handy if you don't want your real name used, give me a code name that I can use so that you can find your answer here. Okay, now we have Heidi, and Heidi has asked, what do I need to know for the year ahead? And right on top, the first thing that comes to me is to stop worrying about the year ahead. And I know that seems like just an out there answer, but it seems to me that you, Heidi, have in the past been worried about a lot of things. You've been worried almost on a daily basis, and I feel that your nervous system has been sort of like on overload. And you could be noticing difference in your skin, in your hair, in your appetite, in your moods because of this. So this is your year to stop all of that and focus on one day at a time. I do feel that there are some wonderful surprises coming for you, especially in the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for that, be open to it, and don't forget to ask for assistance along the way. So what do you need to know for the year ahead? Try not to worry. Allow yourself, whatever happens is going to happen with you, but that it's going to be your best year yet. I feel that with anybody that's going to ask that sort of question, it's going to be your best year if you make it so. Try to release the past, not worry about things. Cleanse your nervous system, start eating a lot more fruits and vegetables and drink a lot of water. Keep your diet lighter and take one day at a time so that you can, you don't feel anxious as much about the future. So this is really up to you. The second question was from, thank you very much as well, Heidi. The second question was from KHAKELIA. I hope I'm saying your name right. And it is, why is it hard for me to let go and make true friends? And I noticed that you are quite young, KHAKELIA. So what happens with this is you start to blame yourself. Like if you meet somebody and you start a friendship with them and you're going out of your way, you're doing things together, and suddenly you don't hear from them for a long time, and you immediately are blaming yourself for that. You are thinking there must be something wrong with me, I've said something wrong, I've done this, I've done that, and that gets you into a habit of focusing on the negatives all the time, and there really is nothing wrong with you at all. It's just that you are going through a part of your life where you are filtering out people, you are getting to know yourself more and more and more. You're not completely sure what you want to do in the future, and you're meeting people and you're grasping onto them, and hoping that this is the one that's going to sort of stick by you for the rest of your life. But everybody, what you need to remember is everybody goes through this kind of thing in their life where there just doesn't seem to be any true friends available. But once you start to really ground yourself and know who you are and focus on attracting those people that will be good and true friends to you. So you're focusing on, you know, that happening in your life, and you are letting go of anything that, you know, because a true friend will accept no matter what you do, no matter who you are, they'll accept everything. But the same thing applies to them. You need to learn to accept people and their boundaries and, you know, the little habits that they have. So it's not hard for you to find true friends. You just feel like it is because so far you've had, you know, a bit of bad luck with it. But don't worry, as you start to change yourself and, you know, lighten yourself and lighten your own load, then you will begin to attract the true friends into your life. But only when you've done this sort of real strengthening of the self and of your soul, and then you will find that it will become so much easier for you. I also just feel, as I'm talking to you about this, that there is a move for you, perhaps a new house, or you're going to study something, move to a new job. There's this movement, and when you have that happen in your life, then you'll start to see things unfold more quickly for you. So I hope that helped, and thank you for your question. Okay, the next one is Samantha. Will I ever be able to move on from painful breakup and stop missing my ex? Samantha, of course you're going to be able to move on. I know that at the moment it's you know, very, very raw for you, very, very hurtful for you, and it's just almost like KHAKELIA. You are having this thing where you are blaming yourself for the breakup, and you're starting to doubt your looks, you know, the way that you are, your personality. And there was one thing that you really need to know, and that is never, never change who you are for anybody else. So, you know, although that this has happened now and it's very upsetting to you, there is somebody out there who is going to appreciate everything that you are and everything that you bring forward into a relationship. And you should not have to change anything about yourself to suit another. Don't change your personality. I used to think to myself, well, I have to be one of those mean girls to get a really nice guy because that's how it seemed to be. And no, you know, they're not happy. So you want to be in a happy and long-lasting relationship. And if you are not authentic or not completely yourself or feel like you are pleasing another, then what happens is within the relationship you become resentful because you've allowed all these things to happen to you, and you've done all these things to support them, and then there's nothing in return. Don't become resentful in a relationship. Stay who you are, know your boundaries, and don't accept less than you deserve. Okay, that is a massive thing. Don't accept less than you deserve. Believe that you are worthy of the greatest love, and the pain is going to stop over time. There will always be a part of you that remembers certain things and feels, you know, this embrace and feels who that person is. And what makes it even harder is that person has moved on quickly. Try not to do that also. That's just like a rebound situation, and you know, you won't be completely happy. Give yourself time. Believe that there is nothing that you have done personally wrong, and you know, they're not completely wrong either. It's just that you came together, you were experienced, and now it's time for you to part ways and experience again. That's just how things happen, and you will develop into a better person because of it. So don't blame yourself. It is not your fault completely. Just allow yourself to love who you are unconditionally, and don't feel that you have to change or be something for somebody else. That is never going to bring you the happiness that you deserve. So thank you for that question, and I hope that helped you, Samantha. The next one is Denise. And a lot of people haven't, I guess they might be using aliases, but it doesn't seem like it so far. Anyway, Denise, we are doing movies this year. Are these projects going to be successful? Denise, the type of movies that are coming out that you guys are doing are the sort of thing that people have, you know, wanted to watch. You know, people have been interested in. There's a little bit of action, there's a little bit of humour, a little bit of everything in these. But don't, you know, you can't worry about, you know, what's going to happen. You can't live in that kind of way. Otherwise you'll start doubting everything that you do. It's like when I make a video. Sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that, or I could have done it this way or that way. But I upload it anyway with mistakes or with whatever it is. And those are the videos that people love. So you're always going to doubt yourself. You know, you do a performance and you go, oh my God, that was really terrible. Whereas every other person in the room would think it's awesome. So you need to see this as a success for you. I feel that it might not work straight away, like it might be a slow sort of entry into the world. There's going to be some sort of hold up, in other words, before this is released to the public. But don't worry, because it will come out at just the right time. There's also going to be more and more of this kind of thing for you and your family. Getting into different types of films, and even on stage was something else that that has just come as I'm talking to you. So try not to worry about whether it's going to be success or profitable, all those things. Instead, see that it's already taking place. And I feel that you do that, and you get to a point where you're like, yes, everything's cool, then you're going, oh my God. So just try to be aware that you're doubting yourself. And don't do that anymore. This is a whole new way of living for you. I can understand that. So just have this vision of success in your mind, no matter what goes on around you. That's probably one of the hardest things to do, but it's the most worthwhile for you in all areas of your life. So I hope that helps you, Denise. Okay, I'll do a couple more. Here we go. Now we got Rain. Will I be able to buy a house and get shop running this year? The first thing I thought about that was that you need to get the shop going first. When you get the shop going, then everything else is going to fall into place. So I do feel that there is a lot of success around you. I do know your history and your story and how far that you've come, and where you've moved from and all the hurts that you've also been through. But this is your year. Everybody needs to remember that. This is your year. Make it your year. Own it. And get this shop going. It will still be a little bit of headaches for you, okay, because you again doubt any decision that you make is the right thing. So you take a while to make the decision, and then when you've made the decision, you're like, oh my God, what have I done? Don't do that anymore. Trust your instincts. Go for it. I feel that by June this year, you will be more in a position to be buying your home. So get this shop going, up and running. Just do it, and you will see that everything begins to fall into place for you. So thank you, Rain, for your question. Okay, Lisa, how do I find out what I'm meant to do with my life? I'm lost in my career. There was some of your question missing, and but I sort of get the idea. Now, how do I find out what I'm meant to do with my life? It's not going to come from thinking about it, that's for sure. The more you think about what you're supposed to be doing and should be doing, the more confused you are going to become. What you really have to do is decide what brings you the most joy and happiness. The one thing that I felt when I was looking at your name was that you are very, very good at counseling people, giving advice, but you're not very good at taking your own advice. So you doubt yourself, and you don't know what, you're nervous, and you're all of these little uncertain things going on in your life. But what I really feel that you need to do is, like I was saying, focus on your creativity within yourself, start writing some things down, and really focus on helping others, because I know that that's what you want to do. I also felt like giving advice, as in readings and things like that, might be something that you do later on down the track, but more the psychology side of things and the counselling side of things was something that came through for you, and also that you are very, very creative. And you should sing more and dance around and just relax about life, and the opportunities will come your way. The doors will begin to open, but you need to focus on just letting go of all the details and allowing your true nature to come through, and you'll see what you need to do and how you need to go about it. It'll be like you become on fire and really, really inspired about the next step in your life. So try not to worry, how will I find out what I'm supposed to do in my life? Say to yourself instead, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I thank the angels for opening the doors for me. That is a better way of doing it. Even if it's not completely true at the moment, just focus on changing the way that you see yourself in the world, and believe that you're already doing what you need to be doing. You're a healer on the earth. You are a light worker on the earth. You are developing, and more and more you're going to become more comfortable with who you are and what you want to do. So try not to worry about it. And thank you very much for your question, Lisa. Okay, we've got two more. We got Wendy. Will my finances improve in 2013? And the short answer to that is yes, they will. But you must also see this. This is going to be, a lot of people have got this same question. When will this happen? When will that happen in my life? When will? And the thing is, it only starts to happen when you accept goodness in your life, and you accept that things are going to happen for you to improve. So there are going to be opportunities for you in 2013. There's going to be opportunities for everyone, but there is going to be opportunities for you to make changes in your life, in your lifestyle. And I do feel that there is, this wave of abundance coming your way. But you first need to accept this. You need to see yourself as successful. Have this vision of success. And no matter what is happening around you, as long as you keep holding that vision of success, you are attracting success. There is just no two ways about it. You are bringing that into your life because that is what you are focused on. If you are always focused on lack and not having and worry, then that is all that you seem to attract to yourself. So get in the flow, start getting in the flow, and see when you're not in the flow. Like, see when you are blocking yourself, and start to make it become easier for yourself. Make it easier for yourself. Take the pressure off yourself. You feel responsible for everything that goes on in your life and everybody around you. You feel as though the burden is always on your shoulders to make it, and fix it. But that is not right. That's not fair to you. And that gives you these unrealistic expectations that you can't do. So instead, keep asking that you have assistance and guidance that will help the doors of your finances open. Say to yourself every day, the gates of my financial abundance are open. I am successful. I am happy. I am secure, and so is my family. These are the things that you need to continue to remind yourself, and then you will start to see sparks of, help available, and the weight is starting to lift from you. Then you feel happier within, and then you are attracting this happiness and abundance towards yourself. So thank you, Wendy, for your question. And now we've got Country Trucker. Hello. Thanks for your question. When will my spiritual breakthrough occur? Now, it's already happening, and it's been happening all of your life. It's just that you are expecting some sort of massive wave of light and, just some sort of aha moment where, wow, everything, and, you can see everything and you can hear everything. When you are trying to develop spiritually, it takes a lot of patience, obviously, because we put up blocks in our life. So we say, I can't hear them, I can't see them, I can't see the future, I don't have dreams like that, I don't get feelings about things, I can't see people's auras. So the I can't thing starts to really be part of your life and who you are. So first of all, accept you already are a spiritual being. You already are having your spiritual breakthrough. You already are sensing things all the time. Now, once you accept that completely within yourself, then the next step happens. So whenever you're trying to hear, spiritual wisdom or guidance, it always comes from feeling first. Those feelings becomes words. I also suggest that you keep a diary or a log. I do see you writing things, but really ask questions and dialogue with yourself, and the answers start to come through. Your spiritual breakthrough is already occurring, okay? It's going to happen more and more and more as you accept yourself as a spiritual being, as a portal of light already on the earth, and more messages are going to start to happen look out for signs along your way, feathers, different spiders, beetles and bugs and moths, all those sorts of things are signs. They mean different things. And I also felt that there's an animal, a dog. Perhaps this is a dog in spirit, or I can see, if you say a country truck, I can see this dog in the front seat. Okay, it's a brown dog with bigger ears, and he's like a collie or some kind of, maybe a border collie, or something like that. It's a collie dog, a medium-sized dog, and he sits there right next to you. So use this as a symbol, that you are never alone, you have got companions, and start to say, I am open and I am aware to new spiritual breakthroughs right now. And then just start to notice, if you don't pay attention to the signs, you may feel like you're never getting an answer. So that is what I got for you, Country Trucker. And I thank you all, everyone that's asked these questions. Thank you for doing this. I know it's a kind of a strange way to do them, and I had to go through them quickly, but it's always better when things just come straight out, like straight out, like I'm reading about. If I'd sat there and written out Country Trucker's reading, I might not have seen the dog, who knows? And it may not make sense to you right now, it may make sense to you later on, I'm not sure. But I thank you again, and remember that each Wednesdays the page will be available. I also have to say that some people are saying that they haven't been able to access my website, but I can't see anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with the site or the hosting. So I'm going to leave some links in the the information box down below at some of the things that I've used on my computer when I haven't been able to access websites. And there's been nothing wrong with the website at all. It's been something going on in my registry or my cache, or there's been something like where the disks need cleaning, and also malware that can come in. So I'll leave some links down below for these free downloads. You can scan your computer, reboot your computer, and you shouldn't have too many problems. Another thing is to make sure that you are not online as the administrator on your website. You have the administrator separate, and then you create a log on. So you create another user on your computer, and that's what you use when you're surfing around and doing all your things on the internet, so that no one can get right into your important files, etc. So that might be something that helps. We had to do that ourselves because people were getting right into our registry, and one of my computers was totally ruined. I lost everything on my computers. So I will put all that stuff down there. If you're on Mac, I guess you won't have any problems at all. But it isn't the fault of divinemiracles.com. It's all up and running. I can see all the pages. The hosting hasn't had an issue. There's no issue with the server, nothing. So please try to maybe check your computer in that way if you're having troubles. But other than that, thank you all for listening. This will be a regular segment, Spiritual Guidance with BDevine. I can't guarantee that I'm always 100% correct. I don't claim to be. I just give you the guidance, and then you can do what you want with it. So thank you again, and until the next video, it's goodbye from me. Bye.